We are on the record in State of Arizona versus Ramon Luna Bueno, CR 2014-149-887-001. Let the record reflect the presence of counsel and the defendant. Counsel, can I have you please approach real quick? Are you doing that, or are you going to have Lissa do that?
I just saw you and just asked her to bring it down.
Thank you. We'll bring in the jury, please.
All rise for the jury.
Please be seated. Welcome back, everyone. I hope you had a good lunch break. We will continue with the state's presentation of its case. Ms. Dahl, whenever you're ready.
Thank you, Judge. The state calls Thomas Bertone to stand.
Please come forward and be sworn in by the clerk.
Can you state and spell your first and your last name?
Thomas Bertone, P-H-O-M-A-S. Bertone, B as a boy, E-R-T-O-N-E.
Right hand, please. You do solemnly swear the testimony you're about to give will be the truth, the whole truth, and nothing but the truth, so help you God.
Yes, I did.
Whenever you're ready.
Thank you, Your Honor. Good afternoon. Could you please introduce yourself to the members of the jury?
My name is Thomas Bertone. I'm a crime scene shift supervisor for the Phoenix Police Department.
How long have you worked for the Phoenix Police Department, sir?
Department for 15 years.
What exactly are your responsibilities?
My responsibilities are that of a supervisor, so I supervise 6 crime scene specialists with the crime scene response unit.
And what are the roles and responsibilities of a crime scene specialist? And if you could slow down, I'd sure appreciate it.
Absolutely. We respond out to crime scenes. Our role in particular is the scene investigation. So any responsibilities with the scene investigation, that may be documentation, that could include photographs, processing, collecting of evidence, chemical processing, that could be DNA, processing for fingerprints, things of that nature. Things such as collecting of measurements, diagrams, things like that.
When you say processing for DNA, essentially, you're not the expert that does the analysis, are you?
We might do limited processing on scene that might result in presumptive test, but the actual DNA analysis, that's something that we would collect, but the actual DNA analysis is done by a forensic scientist within the laboratory.
I want to turn your attention to October 15th of 2014. At that time, what was your position at the Phoenix Police Department Crime Lab?
At that time,
not Crime Lab, at the Phoenix Police Department, I should say.
right. So at that time, I was what we call a crime scene specialist 3. It's the highest tier within the crime scene specialist series. So it would be one of the crime scene specialists that I currently supervise now. So it would be one of the crime scene specialists that respond out to crime scenes in the fashion that I do now.
On October 15th, 2014, did you respond to the address of 4251 West Vista Avenue?
Yes, I did.
And as part of that response, what were your responsibilities that day regarding that address?
My responsibility at this particular address was assisting with a search warrant at this address. So some of the things that I was involved with was photographs as well as evidence collection and testing of some possible biological evidence.
I'd like to show you, if I could, on the Alamo, images that have been admitted in Exhibit 281. If you could walk us through what we are seeing in these images, because you were there and we were not, that would be helpful. Is that okay?
Sure.
Okay, Exhibit 281, Image B. What are we looking at here, sir?
So So this would be a street sign within the area of the house. We always work kind of in an outside-in approach. So before going into the actual house, I usually try and find either an address marker on the house itself, or maybe even a little bit further back, try and find a street marker or a street sign. So that's what this photograph is representing, usually the closest intersection to that house.
Was this a large home or relatively small home? Modest home, medium size, what?
It's relative. I believe it's a four-bedroom, one-story house.
I'm going to put exhibit C up. What are we looking at here?
This would be a photograph of the front of the house, kind of looking southbound. You can see a pickup truck in the driveway of the house, and you can see the front of the home.
Were there approximately 600 photographs taken during the processing of this scene?
Yes.
In fairness, not all of them will be shown today.
Okay, yes.
You're welcome. Exhibit D is in David, or image. What are we looking at here?
So this is a little bit further, closer to the home itself. You saw a pickup truck in the driveway. So now I'm...
See ya. Is that pickup truck?
Yes,
Did it have a trailer attached to it?
it did. So in this next photograph, you can see the back end of that trailer. You can see the top of the trailer up and the license plate on the trailer itself.
Exhibit E, or image E, I should say.
So now you can see the front of the house and the front door along with the patio to the home itself.
And notably, was there a chair within the home when you walked in?
Yes.
Image F is in Frank. What are we looking at here?
So now
It
if...
has nothing to do with this case, is that right?
Correct.
Okay, what are you looking at here?
So the dog was photographed simply because it was within the residence, and we photograph it as is. So the photograph was taken now within the home, and it's, I believe, a photograph of the living room within the home.
And I'm going to zoom in here. Would that appear to be, let me put image G up. What are we looking at here?
So just another angle from the same room. We typically take several photographs. We had mentioned that there's over 600 photographs, so I usually go from one corner of the room to the other, just to show the room from all corners. So this is just me moving from one corner of the room to the next, so you can see what's inside of the room.
And is that prior to the collection of the evidence?
Yes, of course. We don't immediately go to the items of interest and items of evidence immediately. We want to show, again, the house in the condition that we found it. So we take these series of photographs before the collection of evidence to show the condition that it's in before the items are collected themselves.
Now I'm going to put exhibit I up and zoom in. Did you collect a backpack in the front room?
Yes.
Now, just to quickly go throughout the house, was that, as it related to this investigation, was that backpack impounded and all of the items inventoried within it?
Yes, it was.
Your Honor, at this time, the state moves exhibit 20, 21, 21.001, 22, 23, 24, 25, 26, 27, 28, 26.001, 29, 29,
objection.
20, 21, 22, 23, 24, 25, 26, 27, 28, 29, 30, 20.001, 26.001, and 29.001 are all admitted and may be published. Thank you, Your Honor. Before we talk about the back half, I'd like to walk a little bit through the property to get a sense of how big it was. Would you be willing to do that? I'm looking at image J. What are we looking at here?
I believe it's a photograph from living room looking into the kitchen.
Image L. What are we looking at?
Just another angle inside of the room.
Image N.
Sure. Another angle now with an angle leading into another room, with double doors into another room.
Image O. Is that one of the other rooms that were within the home?
Yes, one of the adjoining rooms.
Image P.
Yes, so now we're into the adjoining room, and now it's one of the additional overall photographs that I had mentioned before showing the condition of the room.
Image S is in Sam. Could you take a picture of each bedroom in the house?
Yeah.
S is in Sam. Is that yet one of the other rooms? Image T.
This is showing the hallway of the house.
Image U.
This is one of the bathrooms.
Image V. Is this another one of the rooms?
Yes, I believe so.
Image W.
This is one of the bedrooms.
Image Z, the zebra.
This is one of the bedrooms.
Image AA.
This is one of the bedrooms.
Image CC.
This is one of the bedrooms.
And how many bedrooms were there in the home?
4.
Was one a really kind of a makeshift room based
Nope.
on a false wall or a new, a rudimentary built wall?
It was.
Image DD.
This is showing one of the doorways. One of the doors have been unattached.
Image EE.
This is showing that bedroom.
Image FF.
This is showing inside of that bedroom and the condition of it.
GG.
Just another shot of that bedroom and the condition of it.
HH.
This is now showing the side yard.
II.
This is showing the side yard.
JJ.
Now I believe we're in the backyard of the house. Still in the backyard, but looking in a northbound direction.
And LL.
Still in the backyard, but looking kind of in a northeast direction, I believe.
How many people were in the home when the search warrant was executed, if you remember?
That I don't know.
I'd like to talk to you about the backpack. There's item number 3 that was found inside the living space by the front door. Do you remember that? Remember impounding that, sir?
Yeah, in the living room?
Yes.
Yes.
I'd like to talk to you about what was inside that backpack. Now, in fairness to you, because of the way we package things for court, items that have a sharp edge may be separated from other items that you found in a different condition. Is that fair?
Yes.
In fairness to you? Let's talk about item number 3 first, the black backpack. You see that there?
Yes, I do.
Inside that backpack, did you document in the report that you wrote, supplement 248, what was in the backpack?
If I could refer to my report,
Would you refresh your recollection, sir?
it would.
Please do. And in fairness, this wasn't the only thing you did in this investigation, was it?
Other than this item?
Right.
No.
Okay. I want to talk to you about this item, though.
Okay, yes.
So what was inside that black backpack? Was there a wallet?
Yes.
Did the wallet include the identification of someone?
Yes, it did.
Was there a driver's license in that wallet?
I have an Arizona ID card.
And what was the name on the Arizona ID card?
Ramon L. Bueno.
And were there other identifications within that wallet that had the name Ramon Bueno on it or Ramon Luna Bueno on it?
Yes, there was.
What's been admitted as exhibit number 22 here for court, did that appear to be the wallet that you impounded? Now, in fairness to you, was there a case agent on this case that may have repackaged it for court?
Yes, there is.
And was that Tony Winter?
Yes, it is.
Did you, however, document exactly what was in the backpack? And does that wallet appear to match the description of what you impounded?
It does, and I took additional photographs, and based off of those and the review of those photographs, yes, it does appear to be the same wallet and the same contents, and there are other identifications belonging to, with the name of Ramon Bueno.
And that was in the backpack?
Yes, it was.
What is the number of the exhibit containing the identification? 23?
Was that exhibit 23, sir?
Yes, it is.
Thank you.
And the wallet was exhibit number 22?
Yes, it is. Yes, it is.
Now, what's been admitted as exhibit 24, what was that was taken from the backpack?
Some handwritten notes.
And you impounded those?
Yes, I did.
And was there some media devices that were within that backpack?
Yes, there were.
In exhibit 28?
Yes, it were.
And were those submitted for possible examination by other investigators?
They were impounded by myself for possible examination by other investigators, yes.
Exhibit 25, well, we'll get to that. You noted that there was, in your report, that there was something that caught your attention regarding a bag within the bag. What was that?
Oh, a bag within item number 3?
Yes, sir.
Yes,
What was it? And if you need to look at your report, please do so.
yes, I'm doing that now. That would have been this knapsack that had several items within it.
What types of items were those?
Got it listed as a makeshift medical kit.
Your Honor, permission to use the envelope?
Yes.
Yeah. Number 26 is being put up on the envelope. So there was gauze in there, is that right?
Yes, I've got a bottle of labeled zinc oxide powder, blue tape, razor blade, glove, gauze compression pads, a green canvas kit, labeled U.S. surgical instrument kit, and various surgical tools.
As we talked about, sometimes we repackage for court purposes. Exhibit 27, does that appear to be the surgical kit that was in the backpack with Mr. Bueno's identification?
Yes, it does.
Put exhibit 27 on the envelope. Exhibit 21, were these other items that were impounded from the backpack, item number 3?
Yes, they are.
And they were all reviewed by you and other investigators?
Yes.
Did that appear to be toothbrushes and other sundries along with sheets of piece of paper?
Yes.
Item 21.001, or exhibit number, I should say. What was that?
Multiple razor blades.
And were these repackaged differently than the condition you found them because of us being in court?
Yes.
What is item 26, or exhibit number 26.001 that's been admitted? Was that found in item number 3?
It was.
And what is that?
It could be a razor blade holder. I'm actually not sure.
Could that be a box cutter?
That's another way. Yes.
Does it
That's
appear,
that's what I meant by razor blade holder. A box
does
cutter.
it appear to be a tool
Yes.
with a sharp edge?
Yes.
Item number 29 that was found in, was that found in the backpack, number 3?
Yeah, I can refer to my report again. Yes, it was.
And what was that?
Yeah. I have one of the sub-items listed as Sony brand camera, and so this would be one of the holder for that item.
That may be with the other media that has already been reviewed.
Exactly.
30, did that appear to be toiletries that were in there?
Yes.
To include a leather cleaner and conditioner?
Yes.
Item 29.001, what is that?
Some type of sharp tool.
What exhibit? What's been admitted as exhibit 29.001 on the envelope? That was found in the backpack?
Yes.
And finally, item 25, what is that?
A black bandana.
Where was that found?
That was actually found in front of the house on the patio.
And why was that collected? If you know, why do you collect bandanas in investigations like this?
I was told it was an item of interest, so I marked it and collected it.
Your Honor, I have no further questions for this witness at this time.
Thank you.
Thank you, Your Honor. Good afternoon, Mr. Bertone. Is it Detective Bertone?
Mr. Bertone is fine.
Okay. Are you a detective?
No,
Okay. Where was the backpack found?
inside of the living room.
Where?
There's a table, I believe, along the west wall.
Was it on the table?
Yes, I believe so.
I'm going to show you, sir. This is part of Exhibit 281. You see it there? Would you like a different picture
I would.
from a different angle? Kind of dark. Well, if you look behind you, that screen's better. Do you see it on the screen behind you?
I've got it
Over
right
your
here.
right shoulder.
Mm-hmm.
Is that it?
Yes.
Is that on a table?
No.
It's on the floor?
Mm-hmm.
Does your report reflect that it was found on a table?
Yes.
But clearly it's on the floor.
Mm-hmm.
I'm going to ask you when you provide answers if you could say yes
Yes.
or no. Thank you.
Sorry.
That's okay.
How long after the police empty the house of the occupants do you come in, typically?
How long? Could you repeat that?
The SWAT team clears the house before you go in, correct?
Yes.
Do you know in this case how much time had passed since they got everyone out and you went in?
I don't.
Do you know why you would describe that backpack as being on the west table of the living room if it was on the floor?
It could be as it was described to me from the detectives when they first found those items, such as the first item. One of the items that we had discussed was the bandana that was found inside of a plastic bag. Those items were found prior to my arrival. It had already been packaged, so it's possible that that item had been moved before that photograph.
Although the backpack isn't packaged, correct, like the bandana, the backpack stands alone, correct?
Correct.
So it happens occasionally that the SWAT team or whoever's there in front of you can move things around when they're examining things.
Occasionally.
But you found it on the floor, not on the table.
Yes.
And again, probably beating this to death, but you think, based on your report, supplement 248, when you write on the west table of the living room, that's where you were told it was?
I would have to look at the search warrant supplement that could provide information that has where the detective had found it as well. And that could reflect why my report says on the west table.
But it's clearly on the floor, correct?
In that photograph, yes.
In all the photographs of the house, correct?
I'd have to go
back. The ones you saw today, it's always on the floor.
Yes.
You said that there was a camera found within the backpack.
Yes.
Did you examine the media to see if there's any footage of anybody?
I did not.
Is that your role?
To review the photographs?
Yeah.
Not typically, no.
Okay. That's all I have, Judge. Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you, Mr. Bertone.
Ms. Dahl?
in an investigation like this, based upon the allegations and who you were looking for regarding the crime related to the shooting, is it common for SAU officers to go in and look for potential dangerous things or do a protective sweep of the house?
Yes.
And to look for firearms, correct?
Yes.
Possible explosives and so on?
Yes.
And then to come out though and tell you where an item which may have been sitting there earlier may have been moved to look for those types of items?
Yes.
Nothing further.
I see there's at least one jury question. Counsel, please approach. Sir, was the black backpack, item number 3, recovered from the living room, tested for gunpowder residue?
I don't know the answer to that.
Thank you. Ms. Dahl, any follow-up?
Are you familiar with GSR testing and what it can and cannot do?
I am.
What is the ability, what does GSR testing even show, and when do you generally have to do it?
We generally try collecting gunshot residue within the first hour of an incident. It's something that a crime scene specialist can and does collect on scenes and on cases. It involves an adhesive that we'll collect from objects or from the hands of an individual that we feel has been involved within a shooting. And again, we try doing that within the first hour of the shooting. Gunshot residue is extremely fragile and can be lost. It's a very transient type of evidence. It involves looking for certain elements that are very unique to gunshot powder.
Nothing further.
I have no questions, thank you.
There are no additional juror questions. That does conclude your testimony. Thank you very much for coming in. You are excused. Ms. Dahl, do we want to reorganize all of these exhibits?
Sure, I just need about 2 minutes.
That'll be fine. And for those of you in the jury box, if you'd like to take a stretch break in place, you're welcome to.